on Facebook. And give me a second here. I got to, hold on. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I'm just glad I had my flu shot. Have you had yours? This is out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. A man is accused of causing massive flooding at a South Carolina strip club through the destruction of a toilet. News outlets report a Myrtle Beach incident report says police were called to the Treasure Club early Monday after 20-year-old Pedro Alberto Santiago was seen kicking on the top of the toilet that holds all the plumbing. The report says the assault on the porcelain throne destroyed the $1,000 toilet and $3,000 worth of carpeting as the water seeped into the main lobby of the club. Santiago fled the scene and was later arrested behind a storage facility. He's charged with malicious injury and public intoxication. It's unclear whether he has a lawyer. I guess the injury was against the toilet. There's no indication on the club's website or social media accounts that the damage has shuttered service. Yes, guest service cannot suffer. The show must go on. And finally, a chemical typically used to cook McDonald's French fries could possibly cure signs of baldness, a new research report found. Researchers at Yokohama National University in Japan released a study that found using a chemical polysilicane, which is found in silicone, and added to oil and used to cook the fast food giant fries, is able to mass produce hair in mice. The research, which was released in the journal last week, said initial tests suggest that this method could also be potentially used to treat hair loss in humans. The chemical, which is usually added to fries to prevent the hot oil from bubbling up and spitting out while it cooks, actually helps grow upwards of 5,000 hair follicle germs simultaneously when cultured in the cooking aid. Scientists said, yeah, upsize those fries, please. We demonstrated that the integrity of the oxygen supply through the bottom of the silicone chip was crucial to enabling both hair follicle germ formation and subsequent hair shaft generation. The germs were then transplanted into bald mice that began to sprout new hair. Yes, sir. I want an order of them fries. President Donald Trump traded insults with the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee Monday, a day after Democrats and Republicans said Trump was wrong to assert that a GOP-produced classified memo on FBI surveillance powers cleared him in the Russia investigation. So the Democrats said Trump was wrong, so he must be wrong. And out of Akron, a sad story. Police in Ohio say a toddler who died after her mother found her on a porch in freezing temperatures had wandered from home when her father fell asleep. Authorities say 2-year-old Winter Parker's mother left for a few hours Friday, only to come back find her daughter unresponsive on their apartment's front porch. The Akron Beaker Journal reports that the mother called 911 and screamed, "She's frozen." The girl later died at a hospital. Temperatures on Friday ranged from 12 and 19 degrees Fahrenheit. Detectives say the mother left Winter with her father for about 2 hours at the family's apartment. Authorities say the girl's father works a late night shift and fell asleep. No charges have been filed. Results from the autopsy are pending. And more sad news out of Chicago. A man was killed and 3 others were wounded in separate shootings in Chicago since Monday night. In the homicide, 37-year-old man was found unresponsive in an apartment suffering from gunshot wounds to his body in the Englewood neighborhood on the south side just before 4 a.m. Millions of people thought they knew the actor John Mahoney from his work in the NBC sitcom Frasier. For 11 hit seasons it was on, from 93 through 2004. He played a cranky Seattle police officer taking a bullet in the hip and then be forced to live with his neurotic son. But the famously private Steppenwolf Theater ensemble member was far more than Hollywood gossip columnists ever knew. Mahoney died Sunday at the age of 77 of complications from throat cancer. For one thing, Mahoney was born British, despite his having no trace of a discernible accent. He was a child of Manchester, England, a wartime evacuee to Blackpool on the Lancashire coast. Born in 1940, he first came to Illinois when he was 11 years old to visit his sister Vera, a war bride. That visit made such an impression on his boyhood self. Mahoney found his way back to Chicago 8 years later under his sister's sponsorship, and he never went back to Britain to live, becoming a U.S. citizen. Mahoney hated Los Angeles and greatly preferred Oak Park, where he lived quietly for years. Funeral arrangements are unconfirmed at this point. A missing 15-year-old girl was found in Oregon with a teenager from Oklahoma. Ray Ramento, a freshman at Hillsdale South High School, was found Sunday with Kyler Keefe, 17, police said Monday. They are both safe and in the process of being reunited with their families. Police believe Keefe drove to Illinois from Oklahoma to pick up Ramento in Darien on January 29th. They then drove to the Oklahoma area in a silver 2005 Nissan. Romano was seen about 7 a.m. January 29th when she was leaving supposedly to catch the school bus, police said. We are going to take a break here, as Facebook likes us to do, and we are coming back very shortly with your updated weather and travel advisories. This is Dave C., always on